It's so hot, guys. So hot. Oy. Last week, the sail died. With our sacrifice, we were able to get to Ajasla. With the help of a node that Wedge found, we're able to get to the isolation island? The Delta Quadrant, where Tiamat had been imprisoned. Where we learned her story, and how she is. And I just made 70,000 gil. Nice! Following that, she, Midgard Summer finally acknowledged that we are indeed a worthy champion. And then personally turned into a mount to fly us up to the ship where Thornton had ran off to. Working our way through the dungeon, one time only, totes, we came across Laha Bread and a partner to whom we fought only the one time, totes. We got past, and then Thornton killed Laha Bread. After that, we fought Thornton. And we won. Yeah, this is the Endwalker White Mage robes. I got them on Sunday. Also got an upgrade to my Red Mage at the same time. I mean, I got it for all my level 90 classes, but I've only picked these two up, really. After we killed Thoradin, who was terrified of Abhorrent seeing us. Yes! After we defeated Thoradin, Stadium came, I was like, aha, good job. Then saw the other Needhog guy was, oh hey, I'm gonna take that. And we're like, no, bad Estanian. And then Estanian was like, nah, I got it, fam. He did not have it. He very much did not have it. And then he turned into Needhog, and then he flew away. And I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna have to deal with that. But later, as we went back, spoke with Emmerich, who officially had Ishgard join the rest of the Alliance. But yes, each of the role quests, class quests, unlock a different outfit. So like, I can do this beforehand. Let's just start off with my... Let's just start off with Red Mage. So like... That's the default Red Mage. That's what you get when you start the class and get the Soul Crystal. Then the level 61 Well, what you get for doing Stormblood's role quest for it. It's going to look very familiar to what you've seen me in a lot of, because I use a lot of the pieces of this for my main Red Mage Glam. They're dyeable, which is why the reds mismatch. And then this is what you get for Shadowbringers. I didn't like the skirt, so I just stuck with my dyed white pants and these boots. And someday I unlocked I can't show you the hat because I'm technically wearing the hat. Hey, thanks for pushing the button, Darth. Meanwhile, real quick. That's the white mages. This one's currently dyed. So I have an undyed one? Ah, there we go. Now, I really don't like the Stormblood White Mage, so I don't even think I put that in here. But that's what you get from the Heavensward White Mage. And then, yep, it's not there. It's just a trail, not here. They do not. And that's what you get for Shadowbringer's White Mage. Pretty much Darth. Anyway, after Thoradin joined the Emmerich had the Guardians join the Alliance, we finished the main part of Heavensward, which is where we are now. Let us go play a friend a visit. Yeah, they can do that to an extent. There's a website that's effectively a dedicated fashion magazine, so that people can submit their designs to. Of taking outfit pieces and putting them together to make their own outfits. I use it for ideas a lot of the time. But I'm also very simple. I really like the standard aesthetics the classes get, so you don't see much variation from me. Everyone goes this way. I can believe it. Hey, Rhea. Elena. You can... No, not have come at a better time. We have dire need of your aid. There isn't time to explain. Know that the trouble's afoot, and I would ask you to meet me at the Guardian Tree. Gets a cereal. Well, just as an example from my side of things, let me get this up. Darth, did you watch Katie's Fire Emblem stream that she just finished? Fair enough. But someone did the, well, a group of people did a lot of the Telius girls. Makes sense. Yeah! Okay. Well, when you catch up, know that she's now finished the out game, and I will soon be starting the wheel up for Radiant Dawn. How fares the Great One? Unchanged from before. Oh. This is my actual reading speed. Really? You recall the time we performed the quiet and quelled the Great One's rage? Since that day, we have continued communing with him to ensure that all is well. And it was until recently. I'm afraid to say that an unsettling change came over the Great One some days ago. He has taken to repeating the same words to us. The taint flooded the forest. On some inquiries and research, we were able to learn that the Great One has spoken these words before, during a time at Koa Kant. Immediately, we were made to wonder, when Master Toa Kant embarked upon his journey of healing, because his purpose had been to protect the forest of the taint of which the Great One now warns. We sought to further delve into this, but no accounts of Master Toa's journey are to be found at Stillen's Glade. Such records exist again. If he is still alive, he may be able to assist us. We have prepared a missive, and we would ask that you deliver it into his hands. However, entering his beloved master, the man is said to have taken up residence at Foul-Grown Float. They may ever be nearer to the tomb. If he is still there, the locals will know. Well, you see to assess, my brother and I shall remain here and continue observing the Great One. My thanks in advance, Relina. God, reading out loud is so much slower than reading! That makes sense. That makes sense. Wait, teleport me. Fair warning, by the way, it is still exceptionally hot for me. A Toa cancelled student. I heard of someone tending the tomb, but it's a young maid as I recall. You seek Master Toa Khan's former student? I'm afraid he has departed for the realm yonder. His granddaughter now tends the tomb, and Proud Creek in his stead. If truth be told, I am wonder about her. The area is thick with fiends, and even experienced wood whalers avoid the venture there unaccompanied. I would love it, Darth, if you could. Brave movement speed. The Flash. Movement speed. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's very much the case of it, Ori. I'll be not able to play 14 for personal reasons, so this is my only way to get... Fair enough. Very, very fair enough. Oh, for the record, I have still not finished Endwalker. That's most likely happening on Saturday. That old fellow. I'm afraid he passed away some years ago. I remember him well, though. He took over his master's tomb to the very end. His granddaughter, Shiva, attends the place now. And she's been especially attentive since those accursed bandits came and defiled it. Where are you? Oh, she's actually up there. Now, if I recall, this quest line isn't actually that long. So what we're probably doing is I'll be doing the White Mage quest and then we'll be resuming the plot. Alright. Look at my new staff! It's a unicorn! Will this better be either a Hur, Sotal, Tamashanter? Was it by chance called Dark Throne, Ori? Yeah, that was an advert for 6.4. It's a part of the patch following Endwalker. Thank you so much. So focused was I on tending the tomb, I failed to notice the fiends approaching me. What? You're searching for the granddaughter of Master Toa Khan's former student? Then you need search no more. I am a Shiva. Know that I have taken on my grandfather's responsibilities. I presume with my power to help the Seed Seers, and shall be glad to do so. The taint thread is a 12's root. Nafaka, mercy. As the Seed Seers have summarized, 'twas to purge the taint of Master Toa Khan during the length and breadth of the realm. Simply put, the taint is ether that has been befouled. If we are to be rid of it, we must find the source of the corruption and cleanse it. The question is, are the Seed Seers prepared to do as Master Toa once did? At any rate, it is best I speak with them directly. I shall make a way to the Guardian Tree at once. I know that staff. It's a good staff. It's just... the unicorn's been a symbol for Relina for me for so long. It's like... The last White Mage job staff it gives me is a fucking unicorn. Is like... Destiny. Once every couple hundred years or so. Oh no, not at all. There's no bias here. None. All quiet like we're dying in front. That's fair, GG. The CCRs know what they must do. Or they want to do it. A journey outside the forest? My thanks for finding Shiva, Elena. She has told us all. If we are to protect the Twelvewood from the taint, we must these deal with the corruption at the source. Is that the way of it? It is. That's why Master Toa embarked upon his journey. He lists of the Pajal heritage. Oh yeah, Master Toa was no ordinary Pajal. Where do you bound to remain in the forest? We cannot simply leave it. Lena, I am loath to ask this of you. After all you've already done for us. But the reservation of Twelvewood state. You are not Pajal, and hence are not bound by the laws of which binds us. Will you embark upon this quest in our stead? With all due respect, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. You were just a fate of the forest to an adventurer? Calm yourself. I know that Relena is no ordinary adventurer. Nay, she is a white mage true, chosen by Master Toa himself to be his successor. She bears a soul crystal and his legacy. I have every confidence that you will be able to purge the taint. As such, I would join my voice to my brother's request. Master Toa's successor? Such an individual can exist. I wish to make a request of my own. In his youth, my grandfather served Master Toa proudly, accompanying wherever he went and assisting in the purification rituals. It has ever been my desire to emulate my grandfather's deeds. If Relena is to undertake this quest to eliminate the taint, I will likewise accompany and assist her. The journey will be fraught with peril. Are you willing to risk life and limbs solely for the sake of emulating your grandfather? I am, my lady. And that is not the whole of it. I cannot sit idly by while threat encroaches upon the Twelvewood. It is our home, and we each must do to protect it. Our part. I see that your heart is true. Very well. Assuming that Relena consents, I see no reason that she would not. Yeah, you may accompany her. The tway of the Twelvewood is in your hand. We shall pray for your success. Those are Koji Fox's thought to quit. Just a tad. We need to make plans for the journey. Please come and see me at the Fell Grove Fort. That's adorable. Yeah, I'm a little bit more than 6 levels above that. Alright, over here. Around here. Yup. And they call themselves Pajals. You wonder my irritation. I shouldn't tell. I suppose I ought to explain. You see, I was brought upon the tales of Master Toa's journeys, the sufferings he endured for the sake of the Twelvewood. Young lady though I was deeply touched by his courage and sacrifice, and to his deeds to remain close to my heart. That is why it irks me that the seed seers will not lift a finger to help the forest. But thankfully we have you. As Master Toa's chosen, you are far more dependable than any Pajal alive. Now then, let us speak of our journey. Grandfather left his records of Master Toa's journey in my keeping. I shall scour them for any clues as to where we must go. While I do say this, pray attend to your own preparations. I shall be here when you are ready to strike out. Yeah, I'm ready to go. You come at a great time, Relena. I believe I found a clue in my grandfather's records. There is a passage which tells of the time when the taint reached the forest via a subterranean water vein. Master Toa traced it back to the source at Albathinian Spine. There he purged the corruption. Lest you wonder, 'tis the mention of the water vein that interests me. Allow me to explain. Though the danger of Twelvewood has become so dire as to elicit pathetic warnings from the Great One, none of the Pajals or healers were aware of it. If we then consider the Great One's warning that the taint shall flood the forest, I'm inclined to conclude the profound ethers being conveyed via water veins. Years have passed since Master told us page the taint. A new source of corruption may have manifested in intervening time. First, I suggest we make our investigation to the central highlands of Corthus, which from the southern edge of Abathlia Spine. Pray meet me at Camp Dragonhead. There is indeed logic in what they say. Magnificent unicorn. Yup. May the heat go away. Yup. Everything is frozen here over. I read about the snow-swept mountains of Corthus, but no amount of reading can substitute for seeing. I have a confession to make. This is my first time setting foot outside the Twelvewood. The experience has proven to be once fascinating and frightening. But I digress. While I wait for your arrival, I just spoke with some of the knights about water veins. They say that one passed beneath the area just south of here. The area happens to be thick with fiends. Indeed, those fiends happen to have grown unnaturally aggressive of late. I wager that the taint is to blame for this change. A short while ago, a band of knights departed for the area in question, on a mission to cull the unruly creatures. Shall we go and join them? Oh, I'll be deleveled. Okie dokie. My suspicions were correct. The taint has driven our fiends into a frenzy. Let's aid the knights and see to the cleansing. Anyway, put air on you, 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 regen on you. Give me a heal, just be on the safe side. And back to attacking you. Ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da. Hi, it's a Goobu. Yeah, I gotta choose the surname as well. I'm not entirely sure where West Knight actually came from. Like, I know where Relina came from. And we're done. Oh, we're not done. I need to purify. But yeah, no, you choose both forename and surname. This energy, soothing and pure. It is precisely my grandson said. And your soul crystal, I believe it's taken on your radiance. In all likelihood, the spirit master Toa within has bestowed upon you great power. I wonder, could it be the act of purifying serves to empower the white mage? If this is true, it makes Bachelor's refusal to leave the forest even more incomprehensible. How long will they allow their laws to dictate their actions to the detriment of reason? Anyway, there is a lot more to do here. Let's return to Camp Dragonhead. Yeah, there are some spectacular Lalafell names out there. If I wasn't so afraid of Limsa, I might just show you some. Let's review what we have learned. As we have suspected, the Tane is being born along subterranean water veins. According to my grandfather's records, the headwater of the vein we just visited is situated further to the west. We must pass through the Ishgard proper to get there. Forestry travel restrictions have been eased since the Holy See was restored to the Alliance. Be that as it may, we will be venturing into the unknown. Master Toa's journeys did not take him there, and there's no telling what awaits us. We must tread warily and be no less than fully prepared. Had the Seed Seers been more willing to come, with your powers combined, we would have been able to go boldly forward. There's no point in dwelling upon that now. I shall survey the lay of the land in order to ascertain our next destination. Meanwhile, I suggest you take the time to accustom yourself to your newfound power. I shall be there when you are ready to resume our mission. Oh, nice, DG. Oh, guys, I have now learned how to make bubble. You've never seen me use this before at all. Which, by the way, got bigger recently. They buffed the size of it. It's so... Look at this! It's ginormous now. Hi. How are you doing? I have been slapped. Fair enough. I have no idea why, but okay. I'm terribly sorry for the wait, Relina. It was taking a while, but I believe we are now armed with sufficient knowledge of our destination. Let's continue on to the Western Highlands. First, I suggest we make a brief stop in the Falcon's Nest. There's been an anomaly in the area. The locals may be able to tell us something. Yeah, that's fair. Ba-ba-ba-da-da. Actually, we should switch minion. Let us. Let's bring back the bullpup. Up. So this is a falcon's nest. To think the architectural styles can differ so even within the same nation. Going to new places is a veritable feast for the senses. Such wonders grandfather must have beheld in his journey with Master Otoa. But with such musings must wait. We have a task to do. Let's begin by speaking with the people here. When you're finished, pray come and meet me at the hamlet's northern entrance. I really wonder why she slapped me. Oh, we have people practicing over there. I am unfamiliar with this taint of which you speak. We do consider dragons unclean, however. Speaking of the beast, lately there have been reports of strange women skulking about the remains. We're on the lookout for her. At least she proved to be a heretic. Yes, Darth. Have you not noticed that we now here dealing with the taint? The taint? Never heard of it. We have a strange visitor, however. A foreign woman with a stench of death about her. As visitor she was, I decided to steal a peek at her belongings. And, forgive me, but the mere recollection is like bringing out my supper. Anyway, after that, some few of us confronted her and demanded to know her purpose. But she refused to say a word. Nay, she looked straight through us with empty eyes and left the hamlet. As I recall, she was headed to the north and west. Wherever it is, she is gone. We are well rid of her. Whoop. The rumors of this strange rumor are on everyone's lips. It's likely by coincidence. But it appears that we are heading in the same direction as her. There are water sources in the northwestern corner of the region. Frozen Lakes to be precise. I would take our investigation there. I mislike the sound of this woman. I'd sooner not cross paths with her. We have a mission to fulfill. Let's keep moving. And so we're flying. First time I did this, I didn't actually have the ability to fly yet. Not here, anyway. Oh, I was meant to point that out. Next time we're in Ishgard, remind me to point something out. Good gods! The stench is overpowering even in this frigid climate. Forgive me for interrupting. What are you doing? Searching. Rather more damage than I would have liked, but it'll serve. After all, the experiment proceeds apace. Experiment? What the heavens are you doing? Why must I justify myself to you? Well, I suppose you have no obligation to do so. It's just not every day that I see someone there rummaging through a dragon's corpse. So I frighten you, then. You find me repulsive, just like the rest of them. No, you misunderstand. Didn't mean to give you a grievance. Whatever you do is your business, to be sure. But it isn't safe to be alone out here. What would you suggest then? That I found a stout protector like your friend? As if anyone would be willing to help me. I'm sorry, Emulate. They sent you to helm me, haven't they? To remind the witch Alaqua that she had no place in the world. Alaqua? I'm warning you. Leave me alone. Well, that was certainly queer. I don't know what compelled me to speak with that woman. Alaqua. The way she called herself. Well, I must confess to be morbidly curious about their experiment. But I mustn't let myself be distracted. We have work to do. Unless I'm mistaken, the Taint has manifested in this area. Let us split up and search for it. Gee, I wonder what the cause is. It's a mystery. Anyway, found the Taint. Girl with the dragon tissue. You found the Taint and purified it. Well done. Well, I can't help but wonder. Is it truly like coincidence that the Taint chance to manifested where we met Alaqua? Everything frozen to the bone as I conducted the conversation. Let's return to Falcon's Nest and warm ourselves before we discuss matters in earnest. Actually, this time let us teleport back. How was the audio tonight, by the way? A little low. It shouldn't be. Yeah. Oh, I put it back down. Okay. There's the issue. Is it better now? The mission has proceeded smoothly thus far. If we continue following the water vein, it should lead us to the source of the Taint. As for the stranger's Alaqua, never have I felt so unsettled in someone's presence. Though I thought that she might be connected to the Taint, that also bothers me. But until we know for certain, it avails us not to dwell upon it. For now, I shall resume my investigation of water veins and try to deduce other locations where the taint might appear. Leave the investigate aspect of the mission to me. I pray continue only your powers of purification. After all, no one else can purge the taint but you. No beyond Stone 3! Oh, by the way, we're now halfway through the White Mage quest. Terrible news, Relina. The manifestation of the you purged has reappeared. The fiends nearby were driven into frenzy all over again, and they reportedly attacked the night patrol. Though the man managed to flee to the victory, his wounds are grievous, and to compound matters, the camp's Shurgans are all afield and cannot readily return. You are his only chance, Relina. You must go to the victory and save him. Alright, and we fly back over. I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually been that much of a fan of the Heavensward quest sound. In general. Like, it's good for what it does and it gets the theme of Heavensward over. But I do kind of accept the other ones. He's in a bad way. Please hurry and tend to his hurts. I can't die. What will become of my family? The pain fades. I'll know you're a dead graduate. Thanks to you, the danger has passed. However, he will still require constant care for a time. I shall remain on hand to help prove it. Meanwhile, you must go and purify the taint that has reappeared west of Banepool. Only you have the power to do so, Rhea. Please hurry in before it can cause any more harm. And we fly. But I don't love stones anymore, DG. I am truly a light mage. Nope. Only instances are synced. I see you've already purified the taint. Good work, Relina. I must say though, that his reappearance baffles me. It should have taken far longer for it befouled ether to accumulate. I'm just going to believe that this came about by itself. Nay, I sense that someone had a hand in this. I spoke with him the night after he had sufficiently recovered. Shortly before he was attacked, he caught sight of that foreign woman who reeks of death, Aliqua. Wherever she appears, so too does the taint. I wasn't certain before, but now I'm convinced it is no mere coincidence. Could it be she is creating the taint? If so, to what end? Why would she do such a thing? I know not her designs, but her actions cannot be borne. Should the taint continue to manifest, both Corthus and the Twellswood will suffer unimaginable damage. Silklade Flame must know of this threat. I shall send word to them again. Though I shan't raise my hopes that the Sea Seers will bestir themselves. But I still assume that we are on our own. Now then, our priority now is to track down Aliqua. The knight said that she was headed west to the Dravidian Forelands. Let us take our search to the mainland there. Tailfeather, I believe it's called. Yep. Hey down. And they over. Oh good, it did follow the sky this time. Oh joy, thunder. Actually, let's be smart about this. Farewell, river. Hopefully the weather will change soon. I've spoken with a handful of locals. A strange swimming has been witnessed coming and going with some regularity. I'm reasonably confident that this is Aliqua, but I shall try to gather more information for good measure. Something occurs to me, Relina. If Aliqua is indeed responsible for creating the taint, she should not take kindly to our purifying it. It may well come to a confrontation. Pray use this time to hone your powers, for we shall need of them ere alone. Seriously, it's adorable! Good tidings, Relina. I have acquired the definitive information at Aliqua. As before the stench of death came our way, a hunter she chanced to walk near couldn't help but notice the smell. When she realized that she was being observed, she quickly turned her step west towards dragon territory. The hunter shouted a warning, but she continued on heedless. In light of her inclinations, I dare say she has business there. There is an area called Avalonia, falling to the west. Let us head in that direction and try to pick up the Aliqua's trail. No signs of Aliqua, and the area beyond is fraught with danger. Not even hunters dare venture in. I would sooner not wander these parts without some guarantee that Aliqua is near, but we cannot afford to delay lest she eludes us completely. Let us well but search. If you will focus on the area to the north, I shall follow the high road west. Oh, and do keep an eye out for the taint. If Aliqua is here, it's likely to have manifested. Hello, everybody! Alqua's not here. We join a shuttle to the westbound. You should not have startled me. You. I see. You're the one who did my work. Why do you interfere with my experiment? So was you who created the taint? The taint, you see? An insult born of ignorance. Which is what causes it destroy is a wellspring of life-giving ether. What are you saying? The taint is befouled ether. It destroys life. So he chose to cling to your ignorance, like all the others. But it matters not what you think. When my experiment is complete, all the fools that torment me and mine shall get their comeuppance. No. We will not let you continue your twisted experiment. Elena, stop her. I believe you have more pressing concerns. Drawn to the ether, I shouldn't doubt, or the taint as you insist on calling it. But such details are immaterial, by which every name is known. I shall fill the world with it, and have my revenge. Do not interfere. Consider this your final warning. That is so cathartic to do. A size is just so fun to just pop and watch everything die. Really, it's just gonna hold the hand up and really press that flex. Thank you, Relina. Again, you have saved me. And again, I am reminded of my own weakness. Huh? What do you have there? As well, let's skip the last video. The wages is part of Alquist's experiment. The seed seers may be able to glean something from it. Well, yeah, I find myself loath to seek them out. They haven't lifted so much as a finger to help us. What can we expect of them now? You're the way of it, Relina. There's more at stake here than a difference of opinion. If we are to save the Twelveswood, we must needs turn to the Seed Seers for aid. It is settled then. We return to the Twelveswood. I really do need to use the arrow more often than I actually do. Place on the hunk of flesh is safer in your keeping. Now, let's return to Camp Tranquil and explain the situation to the Seed Seers. This was ever dire, but will be enough to spur the Seers to action? The Great One's warnings have not abated. On the contrary, they have become more fervent. Ah, you're returned. How fair does the effects of the purge attain? You wish to know something of it? Show us something else. Have meat! What does that tell us, brother? The elementals are in trepidation of the flesh. It is infused with foul ether. Of this there can be no doubt. And with the Great One's warnings growing ever more fervent, these places of Aliqua continues to sow the taint. Alright, she seeks to do. We must put a stop to it. Alvaro and I shall take a closer look at the flesh. In the meantime, you must resume your journey of purification. What? I thought you respect. What the hell's your respect? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You could send us back into the midst of danger and work with nary a word of counsel? I know full well we ask much of you. There is none upon which we can depend. Depend, you say? Instead of depending upon others, why don't you do something for a change? We all know that you both have the power to do so. Do you realize how much Relina has been through in your names? Oh, but of course you don't. Because while she bled for you, you were hiding here in your heads in the treetops. The Master told us were to see this, you would be turning in his grave. Please don't bring me into this. Heads in the treetops? What's the matter with her? I think that our own people see us in such a light. It cannot be helped, brother. We are bound to remain in the forest. Things are not as they were during Master Toa's time. Be that as it may, were the people to lose faith in us, for whom shall we convey the will of the elementals? Forgive me, Relina, but I will be alone. Rest assured I will take a closer look at the tainted flesh. Our rune has the right of it. It is our duty to facilitate the harmony between man and elemental. All the laws of the forest come for naught if we fail in this. Anyway, we must needs stop Aliqua's dark design. And fear not, Relina. Henceforth we shall not leave you to bear the burden alone. Pray allow us time to consider our next step. There is a reason why they couldn't do this as Shadowbringers, but Stormblood it could have actually worked quite well for. I do agree there. Reina, we concealed a plan to deal with the taint. We should share the particulars with everyone. Why trouble you to fetch a Shiva? She will return to the Foulground float, I believe. Pray return here after you've notified her. Rune and I shall be waiting. Oh, sure, Relina. I must apologize for my earlier display. The CCRs wish to see me despite the disrespect I showed them? Though the ways baffle me, I cannot be denied that they care for the forest. Perhaps they deserve more credit than I give them. I will go, of course. Let's take out at once. And back we go. I'm very glad I'm almost a triple millionaire. We shall must do our part to protect the forest. Our thanks for coming. Without further ado, let us begin. After our last meeting, I went to the guardian tree and presented the tainted flesh to the Great One. His reaction was telling. The fouled ether is bears identical to the taint which now threatens Twellswood. Unless we stop Aliquot, the force will be reduced to a wasteland of death. Rowena gave me to understand that you have conceived a plan to deal with the taint? What is this plan? Simply put, Eldrin and I shall accompany you to the Dravinian Forelands. As you are doubtless aware, we Padros are chosen by the elementals to convey their will. Should that will go unheard by or be misinterpreted, harmony would be lost and tragedy inevitably befall. In order to prevent this, we strive to hone our sensitivity to the elementals far beyond the limits of ordinary men. A necessity allows us to perceive even the slightest fluctuations in the ether. With our faculty for sensing ether, Alred and I shall ascertain the site of Aliquot's experiment, and once we find it, we will join our powers to Rowena's and purge the taint once for all. You will leave the forest? What are the elementals? Rest assured, we have obtained the Elder Seedseer's permission. Our Seedseer sister shall see to elementals do not go unheard during our absence. But above all, your word struck home. We will not leave the two of you to bear the burden alone. We shall do all we can to aid you, as Padros and Wide Mages both. You truly mean to leave the forest and help us? And he at the moment, I forgot myself and spoke out of turn. I pray you can forgive me. There's not to forgive. On the contrary, we are grateful for you opening our eyes. Now I trust we can rely upon you to guide the way. Listen, Rowena. This will be our first time outside the forest, and we will most certainly make fools of ourselves. I thank you to not to enjoy yourself overmuch. I shall escort the Seedseers to Tailfeather. Pray meet us there. By our powers combined, I had to. Oh, there it is. I am doing just fine, thank you for asking. There's nothing to it. But everything should be so different. So here we are at Tailfeather. Why the journey here wasn't nearly as daunting as I expected, I dare say we could have made it without it. Bold words come from someone who fairly hugged our guide during the entire journey. Ahem. Seeing as we are here, we ought to get to work. Do you sense anything, brother? I do. an anomaly in the ether that wrenches the stomach. It emanates from the north and west. A cavern lies in that direction. Morn, 'tis called. And if memory serves, so too does the water vein. It seems to me that is where we will go. I must warn you all, though, that the air is thick with dragons. You must proceed with caution. The dragons, you say? Well, I for one welcome the excitement. The journey thus far has been rather dull enough for my tastes. Dull suits are just fine, sister. Remember, our priority is to purge the taint. As if I would forget, the fate of the Twellswood is at stake. Let us make haste to Morn and confront Aliqua. Alright, yeah, it's this bit, so we need to actually go this way first. Dum-be-dum-be-dum. Da-dum-de-dum. And then down. And around. Past the Tyrannosaurs and the Staracas and the Fire Spirits and the Vingaron. Can I just fly over that way? This was a nightmare to get through the first time around, by the way. A complete nightmare. Sup. So, you're still alive. Most intriguing. Horns such as I have, yet you're not Aura. Well, whatever. You're no different from the others. You have come to interfere with my experiment. But know this. It's your ignorance that has led us down this path. We Exali are nomads who roam and live off the land. My tribe was no different. Yet there we did no harm to those whose lands we traversed. They treated us as vermin. In their ignorance, they feared us. And that fear manifested as spite and violence. My loved ones and I were cursed and spat upon, beaten and worse. It was out of desire to protect them all that I began my research. Such pain we have suffered. I swore that I would visit upon the ignorant masses 100-fold. And soon I shall fulfill my goal, for my experiment has borne fruit. To be sure, there is still work to be done. Such robust flesh cannot be sustained by ordinary ether. Nay, it must needs be fed something far more potent, the taint. My pet can only go where the taint exists, and so I shall fill the whole world with it. Sister, I sense naught but felt either from the dragon. This is without doubt the source of the taint. You must needs purify it whole. You get in the way of my vengeance, then you shall be the first to feel my wrath. I love our rune staff. Look at that thing. Alright, how you doing? You should not harm so much as another leaf. Oh, it's a great theme. What? The Pellier refuses to disperse. What is dead can never die. The power of healing. Really, use it to purify the stagnant ether. Vengeance is not the way. That's not the way. Yeah. Nay to vengeance. No, I won't give up. That was retribution. Entirely different. Throws face down. Good fellow, the felled ether still remains. How many times must I tell you? The struggle in vain. We'll see about that. Oh, wrong one. $80.35, $80.35, 4,774. Am I using the wrong key perchance? Nope. Okay. I might be stronger than the Pagel now, guys. Twas but a matter of time. No! You'll not get in the way of my vengeance. It still returns. Ah, but before the ether is gone, we nearly have it. We're dead. Stay sharp. And we're done. Overhealing Australia, and then she's like, I feel great. I feel awesome. I can do this. Lena's not flexing. She is doing push-ups over his broke body. With the Tate eliminated as the source, and Twelsport is safe again. Well, all of us can accomplish far more than we dare imagine. No. My dreams all gone to dust. I am powerless. Powerless to protect my people. Powerless to change anything. We are cowards, all of us. That which we do not understand instills fear within us, and so we lash out. In return, you sought to strike back at those who hurt you. You have done terrible things, and must be held accountable for your crimes. But I know that it is not too late to make amends. You still have a chance to atone. Your knowledge may yet be used for good. You need but find a new way of purpose, and I should be glad to help you look for it. Well, with that Aliquid apprehended, it seems safe to say the dangers of Tweleswood is past, and we owe all to you two. The experience has taught me much, and more taught least of how powerless I was in the face of an extreme threat. If I am to protect the forest, I must spend less time with my head in the treetops, and more with my feet on the ground. To that end, I shall strive to be as agile as Master Atoa, standing ready to journey to the ends of the world if needs must. Were it not for your shining example, I would never have found the courage to come to this decision. I cannot thank you enough. Master Aran, when the time comes for you to embark upon your journey, pray allow me to accompany you. It isn't safe to travel alone. You know this to be true. Besides, you need someone to keep a record of all your deeds, that they may be passed on to future generations. For all my bold worlds, I am still but a green sapling. Nevertheless, I will serve you faithfully as my grandfather once served Master Atoa. I should be heartened to have your company, Ishvel. I shall endeavour to be a Padgel worthy of your request. Thank you, Master Aran. I swear you'll not be disappointed in me. Valina thinks back to her one-armed friend who was left on the hook for a political assassination. Yeah, we must all be held accountable. That was a competent response to adventures. A new purpose. I've written that I shall escort Aliquid and place her in the Wood Wailer's care. Pray come and see us afterwards at Camp Tranquil. We should thank you properly. Oh! I can put ambient back on. Shame too, it does add to this place. Yeah, they did. Oh, for God's! I shall soon depart with as our run. I'm glad for this opportunity to see you again. You'll give me the courage to make a change. I cannot thank you enough. He has come so far since being the most conservative of the Padgel to now being the one who's like, nah, I need to go on a world journey. During the entire way back, Aliquid did not so much as favor us with a glance, but neither does she attempt to flee. I believe there is hope for her yet. Till such time as she finds new purpose, I shall preserve her cells often as my duties allow. With the source of the time banished, the Great One's warnings have ceased. We may rest easy for a time. Disaster being averted thanks to you and Ashiva. We're entirely all in your debt. You're kind saying so, my lady. I have done scarcely anything. All your gratitude should be reserved for Alina. Allow me to thank you as well, Alina. As you not sought me out that day, I may never have found my true calling. Beginning today, I shall accompany Master Elrond as he works to maintain peace and harmony within the Twelvewood. I know not where our journey will take us, but when next we meet, I shall stand before you a stronger woman. We had best be on our way. Fare you well on your journeys, Rowena. I look forward to seeing you again, within the Twelvewood and without. Well, I pretty much exhausted everything I had to say, so I shall be about this. I mean to do my part as well. Together with my siblings, I shall work to preserve the harmony of the forest, protecting everyone's threats within and without. As for you, Rowena the White, with your newfound powers, pray continue empowering our art for the betterment for the realm. May the light of succor and solace shine with it wherever so you may go. Alright, and that is the White Mage quest. Significantly shorter, right? May amulets never tickle. Okay. Well, that done, let us resume the plot. Though it came at great cost, the heroes of triumph over the Archbishop of the flowing continent of Azizla, thereby breaking the cycle of conflict between man and dragon. The Millennium War is not soon ended, and in the wake of the warrior's light return, the nation of Ishgard is trembling, the faith of her people shaken to the very core. Alright, where am I going? Okie doke. Oh, yes! Pay attention to the music here. Not this, but give it a moment. Do you guys hear it? So the music across all of Ishgard City contains the music that plays when you fight Thordan. Yeah. The whole game, but the whole of Heaven's Word, basically kind of spoils what you're doing towards the end of it. Not that they're ever subtle about who you're fighting. Thordan is blatantly a villain. But you'll find in the other expansions something similar. Is there any part of this game that was given anything but hyperfixation? Couple class quests. Um... And even then, they're all still pretty good quality for what they are. As hilarious as it sounds, the difficulty spike of a Coil's Bahamut probably shouldn't have been as high as it initially was. And... what else would I say? The ARR dub. Oh, no, I know what it is. Titan. The Titan arc. That bit of the main plot that we actively skipped because of how long and tedious it is. It is tedious too, but not to the same extent, and they were... yeah. Their overthinking does pay off a lot. But you'll find in the other expansions that there is like a song motif that will that sort of combines that entire story together. Heroes was it for Heavensward. I'll point out Stormbloods when we get to it. Welcome, Mistress West Knight. Shall I show you inside the manor? Alfie. Fortuitous timing as always, Relena. Tatara was about to brief me on search for missing comrades. Have you been so kind then? Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Rio and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Flamian helped me escape the Crystal Blades on Limsa Laminsa, only to then disappear? Well, according to Rio, she crept aboard a ship bound for Razatan, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that won't be long before we are reunited. As for Ida and Papanimo, the remains of their link perils have been found, and in Peril Lane of all places. Rio thinks they have been disposed of them after escaping the Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We are all but certain that they fled the city shortly thereafter, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. I want to thank Rid and Methelia. I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two. But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we have enlisted the service of Charlian Scholar, one of the students of Bardesian, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very like to meet the scholar if time permits. But first we must attend to more pressing matters. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us to his private audience. The message did not specify for what you wish to discuss. Only that was urgent. Assuming you have no objection, Leah, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. On behalf, we can meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed? In that case, I'll return to the Forgotten Night for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. I can see that, DG. That would make finding them again really difficult. But you'd think news would travel about what we did and they would make way to Ishgard. But, well, that gets answered. Ba-doop. Ba-doop. I should have just gone to that one. I don't know what I'm doing. Good invariably triumphs over evil in fairy tales, yet they're conspicuously rich about what follows. Thank you. The Lord Commander is within. Pray receive this.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new Archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Shrine? You would speak with Vidofnir, then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor? Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. I know little of the lands these dragons call home. This Angstein, had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself was shudder at the thought. Yet even the longest journeys begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth, Ray and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall soon see to my preparations. Then let's go and bid farewell to the star, Relina. That's just it. Okay, people of Ishgard, we're going to need you to call to get good with a lot of things very quick. Pretty much, Ori. Pretty much. So, what's your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to annex time? Well, I suppose that doesn't take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider a rendezvous with your stole in Edelshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this college just happens to be. Time permitting, as I said, we shall endeavour to join your stola, but we cannot pray pass on regards. As it be off, Relina, we have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Well, let no one say I didn't try. You ready then? Good. So am I. The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest we shall cross the Preston Highlands and make for Tailfeather in the Trevinian Forelands. Oh, yeah, I noticed they're doing some of that during Realm Reborn, but I haven't actually done that for Heaven's Word. Never can stop the rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Da-ba-da-da-da. I always imagined for the first time I would set foot in Japanian soil would be as the head of an army. And here I am, ready to treat with brothers and sisters of my enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to sit inside the past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting Ysayle to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands. Men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side, she fought in service to a greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while it does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul whom dreamt of peace. You ask much myself and all. Yet who can say what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. You must press on to annex time, if you'll follow me. Hey, that's the jacket I wear when I'm doing my botany. It's only 70 gil. Ishgard maps are huge. Oh, up you want me to go, okay. There you are. Thou art welcome here, friend of Ysayle. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive our unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I have come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of Holy See. Indeed. You may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war. But now we know the truth. The King Thordan and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm, Rag Kaskar, scattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth. A truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Ysayle. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labour to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could be at last within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Ysayle once did, and we must make that dream a reality as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He needs must be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before. I would not leave my people prone at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years of war, we shall not give up on peace for a weight of pensions. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Honestly, that's good timing for a dragon. Also, this guy is totally on the he's going to the quest normally right now. Let's leave him be. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether all we come to remains is seen, however. Mayhap should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fear of me now. Well, if you have no need for further assistance, we shall continue on to Charlian. We hope to get to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. And I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was. And thank you again for sparing the time to assist us. Even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I think of no grave matter that 1,000 years of war. One with our friends gave their lives to see end. Of that, I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only fear the fates will not hold you to your word. You guys ready to meet one of my favorite characters? So it seems we have time to greet the scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear what she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is a rendezvous we are stolen in Edelshire. Oh! Another conspicuously uneventful journey. Let's say we are destined not to be late. That is gorgeous! Ah, Rolina, it's good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in the next time would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss with Sir Emmer's proposal with Haysvalger, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What for Charlene guessed? Has she arrived yet? She has. I explained that you would be joining us. She answered she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside in the front bridge. We should be on our way. Here she comes!
terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, miss. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levier himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Kryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
I love Kryle in this game. Okay. I'm gonna trust you that you're just gonna re-rain. And I did not know that our Japanese name was still following the Lalaville naming convention. That does make sense, though. Pay no attention to that. We'll be dealing with that later. did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Montoya meters in the way of something? I've heard of so many stories of Master Montoya. Some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, sure they are all true. This way, and have care where you tread.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
Behold thy orb!
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course, Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even. The traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Well, alright, I'll just go put this back. Just speak to us when we go back. No one comes around for tea anymore. No, it's always saving this, preventing that, or omitting the godforsaken other. Anyone would think I wasn't good company. So, there was actual build-up for Kryl. Throughout ARR even. They started dropping her name about. In my defense, tea time hasn't been quite a quest option yet. Now, I would vastly prefer tea time with Matoya than anyone in Three Houses. What am I doing? I'm telephoning. Most likely. I mean, it's an obvious thing to happen if you do teleportation imprecisely, is you get stuck in something. But it's... He had forests like this on Al. We had forests like this on Alval. My grandfather and I used to go for walks together when I could hide him away from his work. What was the least I could do for him, considering everything he has done for me? Taking me in when I was an orphan, raising me as his own, and giving me a name. You didn't think my parents named me Kyle Baldison, did you? I mean, tea is often mixed with different herbs. Were I to find myself in unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinary, perhaps, but in his wounded state he may not wish to risk contact with strangers to unknown allegiance. He even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest. Others would surely have stumbled upon his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regular, do they not? In my case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Cryo. I've already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew it from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago, for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into 2 pairs. Kristola and I will require the outlying encampments, where Lena and Cryo question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Lolthas Vath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. We actually do see Alfie's sketches later in Quest. He is actually good. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you finish making your rounds. Oh, you could trick your soul, Alfie. But we have your actual teacher here now. Especially for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. No, I ain't seen him around. Sorry. Can I actually look at this one? No. A surprisingly accurate depiction of Mr. Thancred. Sir Alfred and made mistaken his life's calling. Oh! Excuse me, have you seen this man before? Oh, I'm asking it wrong, of course. You! I challenge you to a Gundam fight! What's that you got there? A sketch? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior? There are 2 the other day with her young vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself. And with style. Made I tell you, he was dancing like a beast, like it was the bell of the bleeding bull. Sound like a man? Somewhat. You didn't accept your challenge. The nerve. I know, right? Didn't even acknowledge my challenge. Well, hurry in, man. We're not exactly rare, you know. Can you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. Wasn't beyond the forest, I recall. Along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. Well, I was making no effort to conceal his tracks, see? Then he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. But I learned from Dolman you had to challenge someone to a Gundam fight. Then you, after you won and blown up their head, then you ask, have you seen this man? It's the proper way of doing things. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found. Ready to do so, losing the head, is that how you lose the Gundam? Yep. In this road, Gundam's fear, Lena. I mean, I did blow up Ultima. So they have reason to. Down, 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 down. We were to meet here, were we not? My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made it inaccessible locations. Ideal for hunting game, not so extreme. Nevertheless, our time proves well spent. There are countless signs of an extraordinarily capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. The none could chance see the man's face. His height and build matched Thancred's description, as is his fighting prowess. So you've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we want constructive proof. Perhaps it's unrelated. I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath hunter. He came to Tailfeather in search for garments fit for a man of refinement, which seems a rather curious description of one of his kind. You're implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market with instead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall not forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it's a simple statement of truth. It stands to reason that Thancred had found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us more. No? Quite right, Quile. Quite right. I do believe what we just saw there was Alfie desperately changing the subject. With Quile's help. 10 out of 10. How's the taste of your food? Honestly, that boy. Some things never change. Given Alphonse seems to recall the details of my return so vividly, I'd rather he did not draw me from memory, talented or not. Well, what are we waiting for? For we all know Thancred could be waiting for us in Lothas Vath. Let's go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lost Man Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told that you has certain dealings. How curious! The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Good. He is a friend to the Vath as well. One with whom we have traded many times. Truly? Are you quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. The flesh ain't clothed and the skins come to us from somehow. Lost and weak, he offered meat and hides in trade. In exchange, we traded his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. Where is he now? Gone to Lothas Nath not long ago, when he heard that one mind had summoned our god once more. Vanna has returned. Volathnir did say that Nath had grown as before. What could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we would thank you for your help. With that, can repay this kindness ere we depart, where we hasten to our comrade's aid. Go, great hunters! Let the Nath claim him a sacrifice! That's probably not what they said. Lest the Nath claim him a sacrifice! I don't know why I gave the Vath Mandark voice, but it's the first thing that came to my head when I saw them. And it's a voice I can do consistently, so... We are the one mind! Anyway, let's go obliterate a group.
Could be Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
Need to refill my water in a moment.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them? Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
We no longer have Tals and Jaffe as Thancred. But I like the new guy. The vision caught me unawares, and I was unprepared for their attack, but I could hear the colony chattering all around us. They were so loud. So unbearably loud. Do you need to sit down? I wonder if it will help. We should be safe here. Our pursuers are not like to stray so far from the colony.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the Altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
Sensor squirrel.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed Warriors of Darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Alright. I'm gonna quickly be right back to refill my water. So for now, dance. Melina dance is the dance of our people. The dance of celebration. That's not the one I want. I want... Melina's alone now. The dance of loneliness. Blessed with the power of the echo and driven to put down primals despite this declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passingly strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumours and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers. I would not soon forget their like. One of our primary duties was to scour the city states for promising candidates. Rizal, Yida, and Populimo found Lena. Ah, the memories. It seems only like yesterday when you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had a distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labour to believe that a band of gifted adventurers has travelled the land, slaying primals without our knowledge, to imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation with no avail is naught. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. But Vadovnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmeric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs well in hand, I shall take my leave. Someone being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you are needing me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search of Menthilia. Wait, Menthilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Elena. I shall explain on the road. What just happened in your absence? Yeah, an entire expansion happened! Why does she do this? We don't know, and we don't question. If the Warrior of Light wishes to randomly dance, so be it. I'm so lonely. Everyone else down here on the way for the dance to finish. Vidofnir! I now do the dance of greeting. Let's stop. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest tonight, know that she my thanks, Vidofnir, but it is not for that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ovana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has been laid low. Truly. Once more you mortals have succeeded where mine and our own kin did fail. You have our deepest thanks. With that we can take credit, the god fell by another. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding this invitation, as promised, I have brought the master to my sire. Hearken to the answer now. For 1,000 years may I mourn my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace that thy king betrayed. Such was not a lot until child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream. Yet the warmth would remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed, and became a light. To follow one's heart, to have such convictions, to be it weal or be it woe, such is the folly and the glory of man and the dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you and walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey onto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your journey and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It's happening, Sam. Knew that you were here to see it. I mean, it's not so much of a secret.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
It is really hard to let go of faith and accept truths that were lies your whole life. No, I'm very much a bard. See? Bard. Does she have vicious mockery? No? I have songs. And I can shoot a bow good. No, really, don't seduce the dragon! Yeah, we don't want to start this war all over again. So you slew a handful of primals, chatted with the Emperor Garlemald, uncovered the truth behind the 1,000-year war, thwarted a megalomaniac archbishop's ambition, and rode home on the back of the Father of Dragons. Does that sum it up? Fortunately, the journey afforded us ample time to brief Thancred on recent events. Right, let's not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You've given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with Ishgardians and Dravinians, and our friends nowhere to be found. It would seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks, and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Yda and Populimo, and Menphilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphant moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt we will enjoy more glorious victories soon enough. And you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Well, let's see if Totaro's actually up to anything before I do that. It's not that much of it going out the way. Make a sound, my Thanker's return later. You're now for need to application. Okay, yep, no, she's just standing about right now. Bum bum bum. Do 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 do. Oh, good, you're back. Things got a bit heated while you were away. You have returned, and this at least the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vitos Near has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has! These are great tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The Chuggins tell me he will make a full recovery. But had Lord Edamont and Lord Artorio not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the friend being before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just beginning though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several ours, burst into flame. Battles caught us completely by surprise. There have been 1,000 fires, but for every one we put out, it seems 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting up, especially in the Brom. It is plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they've been rounded up, there's no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. The flames are spreading. We need to begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires will be set? Mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, at both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area afflicted, I think it would best divide our forces. Myself and Mistress Stola, I would have you take charge of the investigation foundation. As you wish. You may have to tar. Meanwhile, Felina and me get to the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue still striking a pose be joining us? Tancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And may I say, with a pleasure it is to meet you, my lady. I'll bet. Name's Hilda. A scion, eh? And there I was thinking I found a fellow ruffian amongst all these little illustrious personages. I'll remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Whew. Well, we could begin by cycling through the charred rubble and question random passerbys. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who could be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh aye, the infamous Lord Emilian de Fortome, lover of women and wine. Though neither care for him that much. They say he'd be going for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion. He'll be the causier of it, most like, make an effort to be seen. So let's go and meet him. Grizzled, I will accept, but old? Did I put the speed up again? It's going very quickly. Jeweled Causier. Jeweled Causier. Well, if it isn't Relina, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old girl? Ah, yes, the Arsenals. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious, when you say. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with the most of our other houses. Can't have the old plough going up in flames after all. Oh, in case you're wondering why the Hopland was washed with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man, not even a knife in the ribs and keeping from his duties. Actually, old girl, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to Hopland. Well, you conduct your inquiries. I could offer for some comfort to the distress of the spotted young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what this is. You're giving me one of those looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old girl. I will have you know my heart yearns for one rose, prickly though she may be. Thanks, Lil. I should remain unconvinced. Very well, if you will help to prove the purity of my intention, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question refugees in the Hopland, Elena, I shall investigate the location where the fires were set. Will you be so kind to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get rubbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Like just for a one night kind of thing. If you're still about, Lil. Frel, I made the Ishgard mistake. You're up there. Oh well, no matter. We can go around here, then up. Ba-ba-ba-da-da. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. It was so hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made out. I suppose it was I climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Come, my brothers and sisters. There's food and shelter enough for all in the Bastilla. Hallow's blessing be upon you, Father. I confess we are not sure what we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop, and Sir Emmerich, and the Dravinians. True to your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, miss? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Hey guys. I think I might know who's behind it. Sorry, if that was loud, by the way. I have arrived at politics and religion. The best stuff. Hey, Cap. Yes, you have. Would you believe I was able to do the White Mage quest before all this? Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I really don't know what to do. I know who is behind it. It's Red Herring! Hope you're doing well, Cap. There's never Red Herring, except the one time. No, it's like lupus. It was actually lupus once in the entirety of House. And they never once thought it possible, because it never is lupus. Alright, Thancred. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We all require more than a muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymond's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the glance of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists can try to fail so miserably on the two occasions when their target was a bastion of Iscardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course. but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. Lucky you! I am still melting quite profusely. Drink more water, Sammy. Also, for the record, I've still not finished Endwalker, despite what you see me walking around in. We stopped just before we went to the final area. There they are. You should have seen Alphino tackle him. Good. Now that you are here, we may proceed with interrogation. Silence will not avail you not, sir. Ah, Melina, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present when the fires, but before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil. Are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I am a victim, you imbecile! Look at me! Okay, Darth. Have a good evening. And thanks for stopping by. Aye, there you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these high-born types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. Yeah, that's bollocks! He's the one who told me to keep going! Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried it with my own heart, said my prayers every day like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. How did you know you would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world is as vexing as though. Thank you, Thancred. Without by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Okay. By final area. I played up to the mission where we unlock the road quest close. There is a mission after that where we travel. I have not done the traveling. Like the 12 you returned to us. But what happened to your old outfit? Oh, that's the Thancred. Ah, yes, about that. That's the best way I could put it, Captain, without revealing too much. Bum dum bum ba da dum bum 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 ba da dum 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 dum. On behalf of the OSC of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehend is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his man. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Oh, Lord Oratel. Are you come to see your father? He's attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me spring himself. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would I could do more. My Lord Aratil did not seem in the best of spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother is not yet cold in the grave. Will do. Well, we should be playing in the afternoon. The heat doesn't hit the flat as bad until evening. Overall, so like after 6 is when it gets really bad. Because that's when I get hit by the full sunset. No more farewells. Not for good. Well, yeah, at least.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
Should I do this as a white mage or a red mage, chat? Let me know before I get there. Da, 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 da. Kill him with healing. Okie dokie. Hey, Magpie. Honestly, I can go with either. White mage does feel the most appropriate, though. It is, after all, the cleric. Oh, I went a little further than I was meant to. We will hold here earlier. The Fury guys keep you. I just went straight to the vault. Whoopsie. Pillars is a maze. Just like old times, eh? Ready when you are, Alina. Concentrate on freeing the hostages. I will tend to their wounds. Listen well. We will enter the basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thornton the Seventh. Might be the same be true of the rest. Given the swiftness which they seize control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building defenses against us. Be that as it may, we will have no choice but to press on, Lord Artol. But you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor. If you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor, are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. Hallowed is my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Yeah, if anyone questioned that Portia was the only poetic in the family. That's just genetic. We see more presents yet? No notice. Come. Remember, saving the hostages takes precedence over all else. Mind your attacks. Lay down your arms or die by my sword. By the sword. Bubble and whoop.
There.
Bless you. You must hurry. The others were taken elsewhere by Sir Semillard. So Semillard? So this is the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard, they sound the alarm. I will hold the entrance and look after this one. Now go. Secure the hostage, Relina. Lead the others to it.
Down with you!
None of that. I love SIs. I love SIs so much. It's over now. Is it over? They took the others somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape. Keep going. We will hold them here. Not alone, you won't, Relina. Stay with Sir Emmerich and Lord Antony. This way, Relina. To the choir.
You underestimate me.
Artoli Ironbone. Hey guys! Artoli has a nickname. Sir Seamond, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and a kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy you showed the Archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand, you shall receive the Fury's judgment. So it be a trial then, Lord Aratoy. Relina, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Semillard. That's one. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I need to go back and untie his bones. I'll do that in a sec. Sorry about this, my dude. I had to prioritize. Bonds? There we go. Holy!
This knight does not yield!
Holy! You're here, Sarek. Last one's here. Fucking child. Take melee! You must hurry, the priest took melee upstairs when we saw that you kill his men. Have no fear, child. You will save your friend. Get your popcorn.
Where is he? Where is he? Come no closer! You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
What? But I...
Vidofne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
This could not have gone any worse for those priests.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Gracefelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of horsifying you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
And no, for real. Priests abduct refugees, holds for ransom, demands the execution of their political enemy, only for it all go wrong when he throws a child off of the cathedral for it to be saved by a dragon. Well, that was time. Well, that was timely. Vidofnir must have been circling for hours. Where is he? Oh, he's just Vault Priest. Fair do. And yes, listen to you, Dad. In the moments before Vidofnir appeared, I contemplated teleporting the girl. Thank the 12 that I did not. Stop using that spell! This has been a day of many surprises, has it not? 'Tis better pity that kids could stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcely does it justice. But 1 moment later, I would have been a moment too late. Let us pray the Ishgardians who yet harbour doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich. But it is only from form to tower that much is occurred here. If you need of me, I shall be at Portone Manor. Allow me to accompany you. The tower may not forgive me if I left the raining stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Relina. I wish I would. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? So he says it too. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice at first, but upon closer inspection I saw that his etheric flow has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect his ability to manipulate the ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. he would have not been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned of a nearby beast tribe making preparations to summon a primal, it may well seem more sensible to wait. Right then, I shall be on my way. Crowd may have charmed Master Vittorio for now, but who can say how long that will last? Bum bum. And what was the line I accidentally skipped? There's still a little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Welcome, Mr. Swesney. Shall I show you inside the manor? I really need to stop reading their bits. Lord Edmund told me about Vidofnir did. God's how I wish I was being there to see it.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count? You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Haurchefant would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Haurchefant. Will you be a sister to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
I think I know we'll be stopping tonight.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen.
Apologies.
Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
The members are counted among default tongue. As goes light, so goes darkness. Very understandable camp. Very, very. This is thy proof. The Goran Oracle's Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and the path we have been set upon. Our fates were long ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Meanwhile... Well... Everyone has their orders. The mask will attack as soon as the all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Ralgert, it better be. We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. Every one. Alphano, Marina, I've been looking all over for you. We received new findings. Flamian, Hoary Boulder, and Continent. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once the Laren Sion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Laminsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how many useful link bells are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on? Quite. Well, wonderful news. To think that our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you two, Alphano. Ah, thank you for the trial. What brings the two of you here? Crow and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may just have found the answer. Marina, while you were fleeing old Dame with Minfilia, you said that Heidelin spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude the Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is also quite hypothetical, and I propose there is such an invitation, however subtle, must surely leave residual trace. A lingering disturbance in ether, or ripple if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course we require suitable data. Fortunately, I know such a place can be found. The battleground where Melina fell the ultimate weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn defeated the shielder from the magic I invoked. Crawl now and infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you? Alone? I have proven knack for subterfuge. I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies of which to hide trial for the patrol pass. Besides, if you and Melina come along, we will see to Fleming's grand homecoming. When you put it like that, very well. I trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield the means to find Minfilia, but will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. The Tara and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at Leminson Docks? Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. This is where we're ending it. I was planning on going a little bit longer, but nah, it's too hot. But yeah, I fully understand why you make this place Ishgard your home. There's a lot of family here. Why are you off center? This one's looking out to the horizon as one would expect. But this one's tilted. Why? Why are you tilted? They're slightly off. Well, it's you. You're straight ahead. You're straight ahead, no issue. Anyway. This week will be Portobello. If there is a game. And next week we will probably finish part 3. No, really. We're not actually that. I do think we can easily get through it. Probably even start on one of the raid quests. Depending on when I start, I am off next week for personal reasons. So yeah. I will now bid you all a good night as we look for a raid target. Thank you, Maktai. Let's go raid Masay. She's doing some power wash simulating. How I long to be in water. But until next time, whenever that may be, I bid you all a good night. Cheery bye. Oh, cheery, cheery. Cheery bye.